पाकिस्तान का शहरी पाकिस्तान का मालिक हूँ ये जमीन ये लोग मेरे हैं
मेरा बेबी बॉय होगा और मैं उसका नाम अजल रखूंगी।
सिफारिश नहीं चलने दूंगा। इसके हुक्मरान मेरे मुकर्रर करदा मुझे जवाब दे और मुझे जवाब दे
बाबा कम फिल्में देखा
शराब और औरत सप्लाई करने के अलावा और कोई काम आता है तुम्हें?
तो आप लोगों को कैसे यकीन है कि आप लोग मुझे प्रोटेक्ट कर सकते हो?
SSG has around. We are the best in the world. Gentlemen, we have a hostage situation. Let's pay them a visit. किसी को कोई शक?
No, sir.
7:30 10 मिनट में निकल रहा है। 5 मिनट में मैं तुम सबको टारमेक पे देखना चाहता हूँ।
मुलाजिम को धमकी नहीं नोटिस देता है।
Welcome to the Mani and Fariha show. So, starting off with our first show, we have a phenomenal personalities here, I should say, in our studios. As you can see, we have phenomenal personalities present here with us, Mr. Ashir Azeem and Mrs. Ashir Azeem, and her name is, of course, Bushra Azeem, and she goes by the Bushra Azeem. And she also played a role in the movie along with Mr. Ashir. So we welcome to the studios.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for accepting our invite. And today, as much as we really love to speak about the Malik movie, and we have been talking about the Malik movie, हम लोग बहुत Malik movie के बारे में, and again, going back to my personal experience, मैं हमेशा ये share करती हूँ कि मेरा अपना personal experience Malik के बारे में क्या था कि 6 महीने से I was trying to get my hands on the Malik movie, and my sister told me कि this is the movie you cannot miss, and I couldn't find the movie anywhere because it was, of course, for the right reasons it was banned. I don't know for the right reasons or the wrong political reasons. For some reason it was banned. So I get to watch the movie last December, and I exactly knew why it was banned. So now I am such a big fan of the movie, so I couldn't stop talking about it, and just perfect timing. I just happened to just bump into, of course, Mr. Azeem at the same time. And with the coincidence, you know, the things and the world happen in your favor when you have the right intentions. And exactly that's what happened with us too. So we are here with Mr. Ashir, and we would like to hear from you. What exactly, I mean, your background and your career is totally different. And what exactly, and as much as, you know, I was, of course, a fan of Dhuan drama from back in 90s. And I was banned from watching TV and dramas, you know, after watching Dhuan, because I was constantly crying, you know, after watching drama. Too much emotional, you know, and patriotism. And uske baad aapki Malik movie aayi ab. That was, of course, you know, truly amazing movie. Not just from the scripting, from the cinematography, from every aspect. I think it was one of the perfection, you know, that was done. So other than that, we all wanna hear from you. कि आप एक बिल्कुल आपका career is different. You're from aeronautical engineer, और एक we can see your passion on the other side, which really is in alignment with our premises of our show.
Very much so.
So we
really like to showcase people who are living their passion, and oftentimes it's a challenge, right? Like you have one career or job that pays the bills, and yet it doesn't fulfill us on the inside. So Ashir, please tell us how you got into your line of work and how you really started to develop dramas and movies.
Essentially, I'm a writer, so whatever I'm perceiving from the society or soaking in.
So I would say even before you get to the writing aspect, you're an observer.
Yeah, because you soak in from the society, and that's where you start developing thoughts and stories. Those thoughts you have to communicate to the people in the form of stories that they can relate to. So Dhua and Malik were both, I've written stories, and
a form of creative expression.
yes, and those, and I wanted to tell my story undiluted. I wanted to tell it the way I had seen it, and I felt that when you go into production, a story is a concept. It's in your head. Yeah. When you communicate it to a director, well, you can't communicate it completely, right? So there are some losses. There's some attrition. Sure. When it gets from a director to a producer, there are other attritions.
Further filters.
Yeah.
And so you took care of all of that.
Yeah. So in Dhua and Malik, since I was passionate about what I was writing, and I suppose you have to be passionate about what you write. So I wanted to communicate it as accurately as I had perceived it to the end user, to the viewer. So yeah, I suppose that's what led me into the world of filmmaking, and this was a journey for me too, because I have no background in making movies and no background in direction. I'm trained in other things in life, but I suppose once you've, it is said that the writer has already seen the movie.
For
and
sure.
That's true.
Yes.
Because I'd already seen the movie in my head. Now the only challenge was to
put it on the big screen.
To put it on the big screen
Yes.
so the rest of the people could see it
Yes.
too.
But you know what? I am very spiritual, and there's sayings by Paulo Coelho as well as other authors and spiritualists that once a decision is made, the entire universe conspires to make it happen. Like the synchronicity of events, that the right people come to you, the opportunities open up. And it seems like even though we don't know the how of it, when we have that passion and drive and vision, it in one way or another does actualize.
I completely agree with that, and I it's like if you're able to see something clearly in your mind, then you're able to put it on ground.
Right.
So if you're as it says, if my mind can conceive it and my heart can believe it, I know I can achieve it.
Absolutely.
Oh,
That was
absolutely.
Einstein,
That's
right?
beautiful. That's a beautiful saying, and we can absolutely see that you have a vision now, and it doesn't stop here. आपकी further vision जब आपसे बात करते हैं, you have beautiful ideas, and then you just go on and on. So as much as आपने मालिक में बहुत कुछ present किया, and it's a masterpiece in its own. What are if there are any, of course, and I'm sure you are not going to stop here. Of course, there's a passion. Passion doesn't just is the one time. It doesn't stop just one time piece. So आगे का आपके plans क्या हैं?
I have a number of scripts that I've already written, and then stories keep popping up in your head. Every time you're exposed to a new environment or new circumstances, or you get a new idea, you suddenly start developing another story because you want to communicate that to the people in the right context.
Complete one project and then move on to the other, or do you have like varying ideas? Because I find that for myself that I can have multiple projects going on simultaneously.
While writing is happening, you can have multiple projects open, because there's a software called Celtex, and I keep writing on that.
Yes.
So right now in my laptop, I have numerous screenplays that I'm working on, but that has to end the moment you start shooting one, because then
the entire focus has to be there.
Has to be there, and it is said that if you want to learn project management, then the best way to do it is to become a filmmaker, because everything has to come together specifically at that point in time. A single
like
costume is missing. A single
Yes.
costume is missing. A single prop is missing, and that's it. For hundreds of people,
It has a big impact.
and lots of money tied
It's
there,
being
you know,
utilized,
and if you miss that opportunity, then well,
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow people are going to be busy in other things, and you know, so it's a huge project when you're making a film, and so everything you have to be completely focused on that.
Amazing.
So I have a question for Bushra. Bushra, आप बताएं कि of course we of course as much as I am inquisitive to learn about you, आपके audiences भी, आपके fans of course wanna know more about you and the family and everybody, you know, क्योंकि एक होता है कि आप एक actor, producer, आप एक iconic personality के fan होते हैं, and then you want to learn everything about them, you know. So we know that you're a mom, you're a wife, you have so many responsibilities. Besides that, आप अपने बारे में बताएं कि आप क्या करती हैं and what's your contribution? आपका passion क्या है?
I just take care of them. That's
Yes.
it.
The woman behind it all.
To just to give them a thinking, you know, abilities so they can think
जितने
free
उनके
mind.
scripts होते हैं तो I'm the one जो कि read कर रही होती है और उनको force कर रही होती है on just do that one. ये script ज़्यादा मजे का है और उनकी भी फिर अपनी obviously input होती है.
Yeah.
तो yeah.
I would say even more than visualizing what it's like to be, you know, like the woman behind the scenes. What is it like to be married to a dynamic person like Ashir?
Yeah, he's my cousin as well.
Oh, okay.
that's-
So you've known each other for a lifetime.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like really blessed.
Yeah.
So was he one of those cousins who used to beat you up, you know, when you were little, and now you know, I'm just kidding.
I think
So you know what? Yeah, and then there's the reverse role now, you know. So you are getting even to him.
Aw,
So
I don't
I'm
know
just
for sure.
kidding. No, actually, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's one of those things, you know, when you were little in our, you know, in our, actually my sister is also married to the cousin, so I'm just going to share a little story here. So yeah, he used to beat her up a lot when they were little. And till the grade 6 or 7, you know, because she was not very good at studies, and he would always, you know, force. And eventually, you know, they got married, and now he's like, she's the one who's taking over and saying, I'm just going to get even with you with everything that you did to me. So anyhow, it's the time for the short break. We'll be right back with you guys.